Welcome everybody to GameSushi. I have an older game called Scratches, as you can tell by the resolution. I haven't played this in probably about 15 years, but I thought it'd be fun to boot up and let's give it a try. I actually don't remember this game at all. I don't remember if I beat it. This intro's vaguely familiar, but this will probably be like a brand new playthrough. If you saw that skip for a second, I'm actually playing off of a game disc, so I imagine at different points the disc will probably start spinning and then you might see a skip like that. And we're on a black screen. There we go.
I arrived at Blackwood Manor one cold Saturday morning amidst a thick veil of fog. The weather didn't look good, and there was an unnatural calm surrounding the area, yet I soon became entangled with the place.
Saturday, October 12th. The cloudy sky above me seemed rather unsettling and almost made me lose my balance. I felt a curious urge to run for shelter, and my new home in the distance seemed very inviting. Yeah, maybe if it was opposite day. It looks pretty haunted. Okay, let's go for the creepy shed. A hefty lock was preventing my entry to the garage. I know I probably obviously have to go towards the house, but I just want to see what's back here. The door to the greenhouse was stuck, probably due to some serious rusting of its hinges. Yeah, that's made out of rust. I wouldn't call that some rusting. Probably gonna get tetanus. Okay. Let's keep going. The door to the house was locked, fortunately. Oh, I have an inventory. And my luggage, apparently. With very little effort, the key unlocked the front door. A majestic grandfather clock was gently ticking nearby. It was almost sleep-inducing, but I was glad it was working. There was a huge vase of oriental craftsmanship standing by the windows. It was a rather torn umbrella. Okay, somebody's calling. Where is that phone? Oh, right there. I thought about calling Jerry, but I couldn't remember his number in London. Huh. It was just ringing, though. Horses. That's nice. All right. Okay, this time I'm gonna get it.
Hello?
There we go, got it.
Michael, it's me.
Hey, Jerry. It's good to hear your voice.
I see that piece of junk you got there is working.
My thoughts exactly. I was afraid it'd fall apart as soon as I laid my fingers on it.
So how did you find everything? Do you like the place?
It's hard to tell yet. I'm very impressed, that's for sure.
You sound odd. Is everything okay?
Yes, it's perfectly fine. It's just that I'm in awe. I mean, pleasantly surprised. This house is like a dream come true.
So you do like it? You got me
Dream
worried
come
there
true.
for 1 second.
I'm telling you, I'm going to turn this place into a factory of horror stories.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes
You want to
sense.
finish that book? I'm rooting for you, mate. You sure everything is in order?
Well, I just got here. Let me have a look around, and I'll get back to you if I find anything strange.
Excellent. I'll talk to you later.
In this picture, is that person facing away? Huh. It's a strange vantage point to paint somebody. Alright, I'm gonna try this door. I certainly wouldn't have minded trying some expensive wines, except that nobody would have been around to pace me. I guess that's what happens when you don't water the plants for a long time. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happens. Okay, I want to check out this painting that I saw in the reflection. Can I even... Okay. I wouldn't put my finger there, but that's just me. And this man is being attacked by geese. They're pretty mean, so I can understand that. Is that it? Wait, which door did I come from? Okay, this door. So let's see if I can open this one. I was just checking to see if that globe worked. No. Whoa, okay. This control scheme is pretty old school. I had to turn the DPI down on my mouse because it's starting to drive me a little crazy. The huge collection of books was impressive. I would have gladly spent days going through them. Most of the clocks in the house weren't working. Several trophies for remarkable accomplishments adorn the room. A diploma granting the title of construction engineer to James T. Blackwood. The huge collection of books was impressive. I would have gladly spent days going through them. Wow, this is really small writing. February 6th. The construction of the railway bridge is almost complete and went smoothly. It took longer than I expected, yet wish it would have lasted longer. I will be very sad to leave South Africa. I've become so attached to it, its culture, its arts, over the past few months, that I can't help feeling as if it was already a part of me. I will surely return someday, soon hopefully, although I'm afraid there is a great deal of work to be taken care of back in old Britain. Fortunately, I made good friends here who were ecstatic about my new appreciation of their country. They have offered me some wonderful objects as a token of gratitude, which I have already created and got ready to ship, along with many trinkets I bought myself. It looks like I'm about to start a very substantial collection. It's a good thing Catherine agreed to move into our new home, although I fear several renovations will have to be made. Even more if I'm intending to start a serious new hobby. It seems I'll have to get back to work. John Patterson has just told me some natives are causing trouble. A very unfortunate thing, although I'm secretly rejoicing. Secretly rejoicing? February 12th. The natives won't leave. It's not like they're causing trouble so much as they're unsettling our workers. The only complaint so far has been distraction. They just stand still between the trees staring at us without blinking an eye. I've watched them for a few minutes and they truly seem like some tenebrous statues. At first it was just annoying, but lately it has become downright creepy. They seem to be stalking us. So it's not like they're hindering the construction, but there is a general uneasy feeling as if they were about to jump at us at any moment. I think I will hire some protection as a measure of precaution. February 15th. Fascinating. I've been looking into these natives. They live in a nearby village and are a very small group, yet they seem to manage quite well. I had thought of them as quite an uncivilized tribe, but their movements are calculated, and one can perceive a sense of careful organization in their tasks. Oddly enough, they seem to be very brutish, and their aspect looks awful, although I couldn't take a good look at their facial features as I followed one of them completely on my own, and it could have been dangerous getting any closer. Also, the village is poor and very rough, but some of the shacks leapt out as inviting or special. It made me very curious. I will try to come closer tomorrow. Okay. February 16th. My second expedition to the village of the natives has been foiled by an unexpected problem at the bridge. I'm afraid it was due to a slight miscalculation on my part, an indication that I should be focusing more on the task at hand and put my sudden love for all African things aside for a moment. It was my fault, and I accept it. February 20th. They are at it again, lurking beyond the forest. It's amazing how they have changed our perception of the surroundings. At first, we were delighted by the quiet nature of the place. Now, we fear what horrors might be concealed in the dark and foreboding cloak of the trees. The tops loom above us, overshadowing the bridge, and strange noises haunt our meals. Even the river. Wow, there's a lot in this. Telling ungodly secrets. We could be, of course, a bit more sensitive towards distractions, but I can't help feeling the area has in fact become more sinister, and yet I'm still looking forward to satisfying my curiosity about the tribe. And how far does this go? Alright, let's read this page and then we'll see. February 24th. At last I found something more about the neighboring tribe. This is an incredible finding, and I just can't withhold my excitement. Some elders at the local town happen to know about them, but only through stories they heard. The most surprising thing is that the tribe was assured to be extinct long ago, but according to my vague descriptions, the elders think that we could be dealing with a legend here. Everything they ever learned of them was during their childhood, when the tribe was stalking the town, much in the same way they have been stalking us. People used to call them Dwam? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Let's just go with Dwam. As such was the sound of screams heard, echoing late in the night. They come out into the streets and see an evil glitter atop a hill in the distance. Some would say it was a fire. Others, the cursed spirit of an ancient god. Whatever it was, they say the bright light and those fantastic screams was bone-chilling. Amid those fantastic screams. Sorry, this is very difficult to read. For one, the writing is very small. It makes it very, very difficult. The macabre scene would suddenly stop just as it had begun out of nowhere, never to be seen again in the days to come. Intervals between those horrible nights became longer and longer until they soon faded into oblivion. The tribe apparently had retreated back into obscurity. Until now. They were later known as the Dalmar, a rather more scientific name, although none of the people I spoke with could possibly remember its origin. I find it extremely surprising that nobody has ever heard about this tribe with the exception of a few townspeople. They must be incredibly rare, and judging by the stories passed on from generations in the town, very old. Okay. We'll get through this. February 27th. I will confess that I've become nearly obsessed with this strange tribe. I see them as the most prized goal of my appreciation towards all South African things, a dangerous yet irresistible reward. I feel as if they were my discovery. I simply have to study them before leaving. I fear I won't have the chance to ever again. It has become a sneeze. Sorry about that. It has become an important goal of mine, even more important than finishing the bridge. Alright. March 4th. Finally, I have managed to see them. My God, what a disturbing spectacle. When I arrived, they were moving around the village very slowly, without speaking or communicating with each other, each minding his or her own business, completely alien to the rest of the world. They were filthy looking, coarse and downright disgusting. I couldn't see any weapons, but they could have been stored somewhere. It was all very strange behavior in the tribe. They must be quite unique. Them, as if they had suddenly all become possessed by some wild spirit. They began shaking it sporadically and screaming like mad. Some of them dropped to their knees and lifted their heads to the sky, eyes blank and moaning in an indescribable way. 2 of them walked away, still in that monotonous and slow manner, and in great contrast to the rest of the scene, into a shack. The next minute, they brought out into the open an odd-looking mask. Its shapes, colors, and overall looks, while unsettling, were mesmerizing, and I felt instantly hypnotized by it. It rendered my modest collection of African curiosities into dull and uninteresting items. The mask was very ominous, and the whole tribe seemed to greatly revere it. Soon, they began to gather around it and move in circles, fluttering and chanting a guttural psalm. Judging by their motions and aspect of the whole ritual, it must have been some kind of war ritual. Bro, this is like an R.L. Stein book. Like, this is really long. Okay. Alright. It looks like we got to the end of it. So I'll just finish it out. I'm not sure how to explain what happened next, as I feel my pulse is already throbbing. Words fail me to recount the most disturbing things I have ever witnessed. One of the male villagers walked into the middle, near the mask, by his own will. It was an almost automatic act. All of a sudden, the remaining members became silent. I can't tell for how long it lasted, but I was afraid to breathe. I think Dalby and the others were also scared. They wouldn't even blink. I remember being soaked wet and expectant. The silence was so unnatural. Them, a few members separated from the people circling the mask and jumped on the single villager, beating him to death. To be completely faithful to the event, the small crowd tore him apart. They grabbed his legs in 2s and 3s and twisted them in a manner I dare not describe. His face was disfigured with their bare fingernails and teeth, and the torso soon disappeared under the frenzied tangle of hands. Dang, that's crazy. In a matter of a few minutes, the villager was turned into a red sack of bones. Not one of the attackers had the compassion to snap his neck during the sickening process. All was very methodical, as if it was just another mundane task. The most terrifying aspect, though, was that the victim didn't even cringe. The silence was so deep I could hear his flesh ripping. I would expect any living creature to scream. Its guts out in such a condition, I can't tell whether he was drugged or half asleep. but I did recognize him dancing like everybody else before walking into the middle of the circle. It was the most outrageous and sadistic sacrifice I'd ever heard of. I don't think I will ever forget what I saw. My intentions of approaching further, even if they didn't have any weapons at hand, vanished. Those creatures, I dare not call them human beings, could have killed my whole company in the blink of an eye with their rage. They seemed to be completely out of themselves and willing to destroy anything into their path. While the images of the sacrifice still haunt my thought, I still can't seem to forget that mask. It was so deceptive. It was so deceptively simple. Oh, because it looks like there's some damage right here on the page. So I'm assuming that says deceptively. It was so deceptively simple and yet perfect in its design. I haven't seen anything like it. I surely would love to take a better look. I feel the Dalamar, dangerous as they are, could be the most important ethnical finding in decades. What I've seen today is crying for some further investigation. I just can't leave them like that. I would never forgive myself. And the mask. That mask. The end. That was a pretty intense journal. I had no idea that was going to be that long, so apologies. I don't know how many minutes that took, but I appreciate you if you're still watching. Locked. What's this? Oh, looks like I grabbed some money. Okay. Oh yes, I saw this and I was hoping I could hit it. Doesn't seem to work very well though. I'm gonna have to order another one off Sky Mall. The place was full of exquisite, albeit aged, candelabras. I have no idea how you pronounce that, so I'm just gonna say that. And if you know the correct pronunciation, then you can just scream at me from your home. The stone in the fireplace was cold to the touch. Okay, well, that was, I'm still thinking about what was in that journal. That's pretty crazy. No, smoking can kill you, especially when the cigars are decades old. Sound advice. Sound advice. Wait, can I? The little drawer wouldn't open. Okay, I thought I'd give it a try. I'm probably missing, like, a lot of stuff. I mean, I haven't played this in forever, so I honestly don't remember anything besides kind of vague bits and pieces from that intro. It was all gibberish to me. Okay, I'm starting to get the sense that there's a lot of religious art in general around. I think that was supposed to depict, like, what's his name? That was told to kill his son or something. A fancy red clock, which sadly wasn't functioning. guess we'll take a look over here. Let's go up the creepy steps. I have luggage in my inventory, so I'm probably supposed to go to whatever my room is supposed to be. I quickly realized that this had to be my room. It became evident why, as I glimpsed the gorgeous view through the huge window. Let's check out that view. Or not. It won't let us. The books in the room are rather boring. No horror novels. Unbelievable. A beautiful oak desk was standing against a window with an extraordinary and inspiring view. Remnants of a previous fire. Oh, somebody's been here. That is a ginormous nose. Shout out to that nose. Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Interesting painting. So it's a lady riding a centaur. I had to find a good spot to leave my luggage. What? Who doesn't put their luggage on the bed when they first arrive in a room? Luggage Simulator 2020. Okay, where am I supposed to put this darn luggage? Are you really going to be that picky about where I try to set this luggage? What's in here? Clinical material something nutrition. Okay, that does not look like anyone I know. I don't think that is supposed to be inside the stomach like that. I don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest, and I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that's I don't know. Okay, I grabbed a stethoscope. I'll probably need that for some puzzle. Where am I putting my luggage? Okay, fine. I'm going to put it on the top shelf here. Nope. Okay, I'm going to put it on the desk here. Oh. Okay. Cool, that worked. All right. Okay, so maybe I put the other luggage here. I still think the bed would have been an easier place to put it, but whatever, game. All right, got some matches. Vanishing Town. I like that. It's like a creepypasta. Number one creepypasta. Okay. The most breathtaking page turner of the year. A passing traveler comes across the small town of Fetch Rock, set in Cornwall, England, only to find it completely deserted, devoid of any signs of life. Houses, shops, town hall, church, no human being to be seen. The traveler informs the authorities of a nearby town of this fantastic event. The next day, an officer accompanied by 2 policemen visits Fetch Rock, except everything is back to normal. 10 years later, John Parker, a journalist, reluctantly accepts the assignment to investigate these strange events, as they have now grown into a persistent local legend. Could it all have been a practical joke by that anonymous traveler, or did something truly strange take place in the vanishing town? Things become more mysterious when Parker learns no inhabitant of Fetch Rock remembers what happened that day. What at first seems to be a lousy job for Parker eventually turns into a nightmare, as Fetch Rock is no ordinary town, but home to deadly secrets and a lurking evil. That's so fetch. Okay, so I'm assuming this is my character's book, because he's like a horror writer. Nope. I got a pen. What's this? Get laundry. Blah blah blah. Home. Get Mo for THZ. Set Mo for Select Article 2? Belectum Article 2? I don't know what that's supposed to say at the bottom. Hopefully I don't have to make sense of that, because I don't get it. Okay. Is it bedtime now? It was too early to go to bed. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's end this episode here. I didn't realize that reading that journal would take up so much time. But I'll do another one of these, and please like and subscribe. And it would help me out a lot. So that would be awesome if you like what I do. And if there's something you would like me to play, please leave that suggestion in the comments. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.